What if what looks like extreme self-confidence is actually something much more fragile, like a balloon, stretched and big, but almost to the point of bursting? Narcissism makes a lot more sense when you stop looking at the surface and start looking at what's underneath. Here are 9 things about narcissism that most people don't notice. And the last one changes how you see their promises. Most of us think narcissism means loving yourself too much. Sometimes it's almost opposite. For many people with strong narcissistic traits, that confidence can hide something much more fragile. And once you understand that dynamic, some of their behavior becomes much easier to predict. Just to be clear, having a few narcissistic traits doesn't mean someone has narcissistic personality disorder. I'm talking about patterns, not diagnosing anyone. So let's go one layer at a time. Picture a balloon blow up so big it's nearly bursting. From the outside, impressive. From the inside, one small poke away from collapse. That's the emotional architecture of narcissism. Underneath the grandeur can be a deeply unstable sense of self, one that depends heavily on feeling exceptional, admired, or in control. And that feeling is so intolerable, it gets buried before it's even consciously felt. So anything that even hints at that emptiness, like criticism being ignored, someone else getting the spotlight, it can feel less like ordinary feedback and more like a threat to the self they've worked so hard to protect, which explains something that trips up almost everyone. If your sense of worth depends on staying inflated, other people stop being people. They become tools. Even the closest relationship, a spouse, a child, a best friend, get quietly evaluated. What do you add to my image? This is why love can feel warm one day and ice cold the next. It was never about you, because what felt like love was also deeply tied to what you were providing. Admiration, reassurance, status, attention, or control. And guess what? Once someone's value is tied to reflection, guess what happens next? They need an audience. Of course, enjoying attention isn't narcissism. The interesting part is when being seen becomes necessary to feeling valuable. Even in simple things like a vacation that isn't photographed doesn't count. A win that isn't announced feels wasted. That's not vanity for fun, it's fuel. Because remember that balloon, it needs constant refilling from outside. But here's the twist. The same person who needs everyone's admiration will also insist loudly that they need no one. This is the one people miss the most. A narcissist often can't ask for help. Not because they are strong, but because needing someone feels like exposing the empty balloon. So they may say things like, I don't need anyone, or treat needing help as a weakness. Compare that to a real confidence. A secure person can ask for help, lean on someone, even fail in front of others, and still feel okay, because their worth was never up for negotiation in the first place. That fear of needing others explains the next pattern almost perfectly. If depending on someone feels dangerous, controlling them feels safe. So decisions get made without asking. Choices get made for people, not with them. Sometimes it's cruelty, sometimes it's entitlement, and sometimes it's anxiety that is wearing the mask of authority. But that same need for control shows up somewhere much more interesting, the surface of their life. The desk that everyone sees is spotless, but the drawer nobody opens is a chaos. When image management becomes obsessive, the goal may not be discipline or cleanliness at all. The focus is simply on looking spotless. Which brings us to the most disarming twist of all. Sometimes they are genuinely charming, warm, even generous. But watch closely. And that warmth is strongest outside the home, where admiration and image matter most. And here's the part that confused so many family members. Why are they kinder to strangers than to us? Because the strangers still need convincing. Family already knows me, so performance simply isn't worth the energy anymore. Public relationships provide something private relationships don't: an audience, admiration, or a carefully controlled image. As a result, the closer someone gets, the harder it becomes to maintain that image. Last one, and it's the most surprising, and here's one of the strangest patterns. Sometimes the promise sounds completely sincere when they make it, and then somehow disappears when it's time to keep it. When they promise something and don't follow through, it's not always calculated deception. Sometimes the promise protects the image they want to believe about themselves. Generous, powerful, reliable, and capable. So the gap between their word and their personality isn't deception. It's self-belief without self-awareness. Here's what ties all 9 together. Narcissism isn't simply too much self-love. Sometimes it's a fragile sense of self that learned to survive by looking invulnerable. So here's your actionable lesson. The next time someone's behavior confuses you, the bragging, the control, the sudden coldness, don't ask why are they doing this to me. Ask instead, what are they protecting? That single shift in question won't just help you deal with difficult people. It will help you spot the same fragile pattern in yourself before it ever needs a mask to hide behind. So did you find any of these patterns in yourself? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for spending these minutes with me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.